back with another video, of course, just for you. Thank you guys for everybody who has been coming back and watching my videos and just supporting me. And for those of you who do not know me, my name is Markela Tarrance. Before we jump into the video, from the headline, you guys already know we are about to jump into brands, we are about to jump into pitching, we are about to jump into how I landed some of my big deals, what I did, how I presented myself, how I positioned myself, and how I manifested. But before we jump into the video, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe, and be sure to turn on your post notification bell. That way you can be notified when I drop my weekly videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. When I began my journey as an influencer, I kind of really just started. I began my journey in trying to take myself serious as an influencer back in 2020. So I kind of actually started 2 years ago, and you guys can also go back to my oldest video. I actually published my first YouTube video September 2nd, 2019. It's been a little over, I don't even want to say a year because of everything that I'm about to tell y'all, but I am a new influencer. I have just started. I am a small influencer and I am growing every single day. And I wanted to create this video for you because I know sometimes it can be discouraging as a small YouTuber as you all begin your journey. You guys don't know where to go. I sometimes don't know where to go. Networking has been such a benefit for me and my growth so quickly. So I'm just going to share a few things about myself, how I grew, my timeline, what to do, and just small tips so that I can help you guys be prosperous as an influencer. The first thing, as you all can see on my Instagram, because of course I'm putting like snippets on one of these guys. So as you guys can see on my Instagram, starting from the very bottom, it seemed like I was doing like more modeling. So the first thing that you guys want to figure out is, what is your niche? I knew when I wanted to start my YouTube channel, of course I wanted to start off with hair because that is something that I am accustomed to. That is things that people know me for. So it was kind of easy for me to begin my channel with hair. Going into social media, I was trying to figure out like how to post, what to post, what I was getting at. So then I just kind of like put a name to it. Like, I am a beauty, hairstyle, and I'm a lifestyle influencer. So that kind of helped me capture the presentation. The presentation that you set for yourself as being an influencer is very important. It's going to help the brands determine whether or not they want to work with you, whether or not they want to pay you, and even like from the very beginning, whether or not you can even accept gifted partnerships. So it's very important for you to put up professional pictures. So for example, a cute little selfie that you have on your page is not gonna cut it. Like, you definitely want to change out the layout. You want to change the tone. You want to make sure everything matches. My first deal that I ever accepted was earlier last year. So I have been influencing for about a year. It really hasn't hit a year. My first deal that I actually posted, or my first brand partnership that I actually posted on my page, was June 4th. I ever had was with WeDad. So WeDad is a well-known hair care company, and I had the opportunity to work with them, and I kind of want to say they contributed to kickstarting my influencing career because they were the first brand to actually look at my page, review my page, and say how they found me, which was via Instagram. And because of the quality that I was putting out, they wanted to work with me. So one thing I do want to make very, very clear, I did not have as many followers as I do now, and I definitely did not have as many subscribers as I do now. And I just want to say this because I know likes and views and, you know, all these measures, these analytics that we kind of scale ourselves, I don't want to say that they don't matter, but in a way they don't. Like, if you really take yourself serious and you're confident with yourself and you plan and you're strategic with the content that you put out, it does not matter. Brands are going to want to work with you because at the end of the day, quality over quantity. You want to make sure that you're putting out the best version of yourself. You want to make sure that when people see you, they're either inspired, they want to, you know, they want to wear what you have on, or they just want to follow you just because they just love the atmosphere that you bring to them. So you want to make sure that you're strategic when you post, and you want to make sure that your presentation is, of course, presentable. No selfies, okay? We want to hit on these usernames. Now, the usernames, you definitely want to make sure that it's unique, but essentially, what's more unique than being you? I definitely have my username because it's easier for people to navigate. It's easier for people to find me on YouTube, TikTok, I don't have a Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, like all your platforms should definitely have the same name so that it's easier for brands. Like if they're doing like a deep research and they want to review all your platforms, I would highly suggest that you keep the same name. That way they can, you know, figure out who you are and what it is that you can offer when we are pitching to these brands. So I was able to work with Dad. I was able to work with Aldo. I've worked with Curls. I've worked with Mielle. I have worked with many other brands that I cannot think off the top of my head, even small businesses, right? Because of the quality of work that I put out and just who I have been as a person has really helped me. Being consistent and manifesting has definitely helped me to be where I am. But of course, before I jump into being consistent and manifesting, I do want to give you guys some tips and tricks for when you are reaching out to brands. So number one, the best way for you guys to reach out to brands is, of course, via DM. Like, duh, like you want to make sure that you have a tailored DM message that is specifically for the brand that you are trying to work with. You want to keep it nice, short, and simple, and you also want to be unique at the same time. Trying to see who the social media manager is or the best contact for you to possibly be on the list of influencers for, you know, for them to work with, or, you know, if not now, then in the future, it can be very beneficial when you send them via email. Number two, email. Before you send any email to any brand or any agency or anything of that matter, you want to make sure that you have a specific email that is tailored only for your partnerships and your brand deals. You do not want to send or have brands email you to your personal email and then it gets lost and then you're missing out on an opportunity that you could have had because it was in your personal email. Like, I check my personal email every day because for some odd reason, and I don't really even know how, I don't know if it's because of Facebook or I don't know. But sometimes I do get brand notifications or, you know, my YouTube notifications go to a separate email. That way I can stay on top of that, and all of my brand and partnerships go to a completely different email so that I know, you know, who I'm supposed to respond to, when I'm supposed to respond to them, the topics, the dates, essentially the brands and the products. So I think it's very important that you have two separate emails, right? Also, when creating your email, you want to make sure that you have a professional email. My email is hello@markelatarrance@gmail.com. You can do your first and last name. A lot of people use info@ and then their first and last name. So you just want to make sure, again, this goes back to all of your social media platforms having the same name. You don't want to make things difficult for yourself or for the brand. So if you're doing a hair care company or a beauty company or even a fashion company, you want to make sure when you send emails, you want to send content. It's like sending your resume to a job. You want to make sure that you show proof of what it is that you can do, show how you're an asset, speak on all the benefits and the greatness of yourself, and just go from there. And most importantly, last but not least, do not get discouraged. Every company may not respond to you right away. Okay? Every company may or may not respond to you at all. And you have to be okay with accepting no's. I feel like no's are the biggest yeses because at the end of the day, it helps you to become stronger and it kind of just keeps you on your toes, you know? So I just feel like those tips are very helpful. And last but not least, because I do want to keep this a nice, short, straight to the point video, being consistent and just having faith in yourself. One of the things that I've learned about being an influencer is the quality and the consistency. Those go hand in hand. I've never seen a successful trainer work out once a week. Like, those people work out every day. If you want to be successful in this industry, you have to be consistent. And you also want to keep the quality that you put out. You don't want to just up and just change everything. You want to keep the same tone. You know, if you're lifestyle, keep it lifestyle. Don't shift and like do nothing crazy, and then next thing you know, the deals that you had or the brands who are looking at you, they're like, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, you want to keep a certain tone to your page, and you definitely want to make sure that you stay consistent. Putting your content on a schedule. I specifically myself, I like to bulk shoot because my photographer, he travels a lot, and of course he's booked. So I usually try to get all of my 30-day content in one shot. So I may shoot my reels on one day, and then I may shoot all my picture content, my branded deals, or just regular content for me to get more exposure. I'll shoot that on another day. It's really important for you to be as organized as possible from what I have learned, because when you are unorganized, it will be very frustrating when you are trying to over-deliver and under-promise. Now with manifestation, y'all, manifestation is so real. So I am going to tell you guys a little bit about how I end up working with Mielle. So, it's just really crazy when you really believe in yourself, and when you really manifest, and when you really know that you've been putting in work. You're so confident when you approach a brand and you know, like, hey, I have something to offer. I have something to offer that nobody else is offering. I'm willing to do X, Y, and Z for you. So what is it going to be? Pretty much like, you have to be so confident in who you are, what you are, and what it is that you are doing. So, short story. I want to say I applied the same method to Weedad, to Aldo, to Mielle, to Curls, and all of my other brands, Bearby. I have worked with quite a few brands, and I literally started influencing in March. So it hasn't even been a full year. So if I can do it, and I only have like 7,000 followers and like 5,000 subscribers, like, you definitely can do this. Like, take the thought out of your head, like, I can't do this. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else. I have to do the same thing, right? And then I'm also trying to transition into being full-time, so the mindset game is on. Like, 95% of being an entrepreneur, an influencer, or whatever it is that you want to be, 95% of it is mental. I have definitely been learning that. So you want to make sure when you are manifesting, you are specific. I literally prayed in my closet the week I received an email from Mielle saying that they wanted to work with me. The week, y'all. So I literally have been writing it out. I have been praying. I have been meditating. I have been fasting. Like, I really want this. Like, I want to be amazing. I pitched Mielle. I don't want to throw out dates because I can't really see. Well, no, because the email chain with us goes back. So, I want to say, I know I pitched Mielle sometime last year, right? Because I started influencing in March. So sometime last year, I pitched them, and I think I got like a generic emails, and I DM'd them and I pitched them, and I ended up receiving a message from the social media manager, and she was everything. She responded back. She was very excited. I sent over my pitch via email to her into the generic email, and she responded, and I had got the information to be a part of the release of the Oats and Honey collection that Mielle released last year. And with that, after that, I thought it was just going to be like a one-off situation. I was professional. I turned in my content on time. I was creative. I thought outside of the box. And I just, kept all my ducks in a row. And I'm just thinking like, this is an amazing opportunity. I'm so happy. Like, I was just so happy because I thought like, oh my God, I get to work with Mielle. No, God said different, okay? I thought Mielle was going to be a one-time thing, and then it ended up being like I am an ambassador for Mielle Organics, and it is because I manifested, and I prayed, and I fasted, and I stayed consistent, and I was on top of the quality, right? I did all of those things in a very short period of time. You guys, it's January. I started in March. Like, if you really put in the work, if you are really consistent, if you are really dedicated, I try my hardest to drop 2 videos a week on YouTube. I still have a full-time job. I still have content that's due to other brands that I work with. If I can do this, so can you. At the end of the day, nobody is going to put more pressure on you than you put on yourself, okay? Like, the universe is going to bless you. God is going to bless you. He's not going to put more on you than you can bear. At the end of the day, you got this. If you really want this, do the research. I'm going to make sure that I do break down another video as to how to pitch, what to say, what not to say, what to accept and what not to accept. At the end of the day, it's up to you. But I have no problem sharing my tips and tricks as to how I have been successful thus far. I am a small YouTuber, small influencer, but I'm definitely coming out of my shell and I'm saying I am a big YouTuber, I am a big influencer for the rest of this year because I know big things are happening for me, I know big things are happening for you. So do not be scared. You want to focus on your presentation, focus on your quality, focus on your consistency, manifest, right? And make sure that you believe in yourself and just be confident. So with that being said, that is just about it, you guys. I really plan on creating like a mini series on how to be successful as a small YouTuber, and just believing in yourself, because I'm on the same journey right now. So if I'm on this journey, this means I'm giving you the rawest version of me right now. And I just want to make sure that my channel is just not about hair. I want to make sure that I am impacting you. I want you to be excited when you come to my channel, like, oh my gosh, got a video, you know. Like when I sit in this chair, I'm excited. And I just want that energy to be reciprocated as well. I don't care where you are. You can be in Africa right now, honey. Sis, it's you and me right now, okay? So I want to make sure that I implement that on all of my platforms. But that is pretty much it. I absolutely love doing this with you. I absolutely love the fact that you're branching out. I'm so grateful that you chose my video to watch. Be sure to check me out on Instagram so that you can follow my growth. But last but not least, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And be sure to turn on your post notification bell. That way you can be notified when I drop my weekly video. So without further ado, I love you, thank you, and I cannot wait to see you next time. What is up, YouTube? Ooh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because at the end of the day, that helps me. I don't know that. Been a little complicated. Better as an influencer. Oh wait, no, let me start that one over. One of the loveliest channels on YouTube, I promise. That was lit!